Most people think productivity means doing more tasks, more meetings, more hustle. But have you ever ended a busy day feeling like you got nothing important done? You were moving, but not really moving forward. It's a frustrating feeling. You're not lazy, you're not lacking time. You're caught in a pattern, reacting instead of focusing. The truth is, productivity isn't about cramming more into your day. It's about clearing space for what matters most. Today, I want to share a simple daily habit, something quiet, easy to start, and powerful over time, that can gently shift the way you approach every day. If you feel like your time is slipping away too fast, this small change could help you take it back. In a world full of noise and endless tasks, staying focused feels harder than ever. We often chase the latest hacks or apps, hoping to finally feel on top of things. But real productivity doesn't start with tools, it starts with clarity. Today, we'll explore a simple daily habit, the one thing focus. A quiet ritual that helps you move through your day with purpose, not just speed. Start your day by asking one question. Before you open your inbox, before you scroll, before you let the world in, pause and ask yourself this. What is the one thing I must do today that will make everything else easier or even unnecessary? Just one thing, not 10, not a long list. This question cuts through noise. It forces you to choose. It moves your focus from busy to important. Because not all tasks are created equal. Some move you forward, others just fill the time. By asking this question at the start of each day, you begin to live with intention. You stop reacting and start directing. It's a small act. It takes less than a minute, but over time it changes the way you think. Why does this work? Because clarity is rare. Most people live in a fog of low-priority tasks, checking boxes, chasing urgency, staying productive, but not really making progress. This question clears the fog. It shines a quiet light on what truly matters. Today, not someday, not next month, but right now with the time you actually have. Here's a simple example. Imagine you're packing for a trip with only a small backpack. You can't bring everything, so you stop and ask, what's essential? You pack differently, smarter, lighter. Your day is the same. You only have so much time and energy. Asking the right question helps you pack your focus wisely. What counts as your one thing? It's not always the biggest or hardest task. It's the one that moves the needle. The one that, if finished, will make the rest of your day easier or give you peace of mind. Sometimes it's deep work. Writing the next section of your report, solving a core problem in your project, having an overdue but important conversation. Other times it's foundational, fixing a small thing that creates recurring stress, making a decision you've been avoiding, completing one clear action you keep postponing. Whatever it is, it's the thing you'll be glad you did, even if the rest of the day gets messy. But here's the catch. This only works if you actually ask the question, and not passively, not while half checking your phone. Give it a quiet moment. You can do it during your morning coffee, or while walking, or just sitting with a notebook open. It's not about over-planning, it's about choosing one thing, clearly, calmly. And when you do this consistently, day after day, you begin to build a subtle inner compass. You begin to know what matters before the world tells you what's urgent. Write it down, somewhere visible. You've asked the question, what's my one thing today? Now you have your answer, but that answer is fragile. Left in your mind, it competes with 1,000 other thoughts. Errands, messages, small worries. The mind is a busy place, and busy places aren't great for safekeeping. That's why the next step is simple. Write it down. Put your one thing into the physical world. Somewhere you can see it, not tucked away in a digital folder, not lost in the middle of a long to-do list. Visible, clear, undeniable. This simple act turns an idea into a commitment. A thought becomes a direction. When you write something down, it stops floating. It lands. And once it lands, it can guide you. Think of it like this. If you're hiking in the woods and someone gives you a compass heading, but you never write it down or mark your path, it's easy to get lost. But if you jot it down at the start, you have something to return to every time the trail gets confusing. That's what writing your one thing does. It gives you a true north for the day. Where should you write it? Anywhere you'll naturally see it again and again. A sticky note on your desk, a single sentence at the top of your planner, a note on your fridge, a reminder on your phone lock screen, even a small whiteboard near your workspace. It doesn't need to be beautiful. It just needs to be visible. Visibility is powerful because when the day gets noisy, and it will, you won't have to remember what matters. You'll see it in black and white, quiet but firm. This also builds a habit of intention. When you write your one thing each day, you begin to live more by design, less by default. You're no longer just reacting to the day, you're gently steering it. And here's something subtle but important. When you write your one thing, use clear, simple words. Be specific. Not work on project, but outline the first 3 slides of the presentation. Not be productive, but write 300 words for the article. Clarity removes friction, and friction is what makes us avoid tasks. The clearer your one thing is, the easier it becomes to start. One last thought, you're not writing it down for the sake of productivity points. You're writing it down as a quiet agreement with yourself. This is what matters today. And every time you see that note, you remember the promise. Not to be perfect, not to do it all, just to do the one thing that moves your day forward. Protect one block of time for it. Choosing your one thing is important. Writing it down makes it visible. But if you don't protect time for it, it gets swallowed up by the noise of the day. Good intentions are not enough. Focus needs a home, a small, safe block of time when you can give your full attention to what matters. Without protected time, even your best plans dissolve into distraction. It's like trying to build a house during a storm. The winds of emails, meetings, and random demands blow everything apart before it can take shape. That's why the next step is simple but crucial. Block time for your one thing. How much time? It doesn't need to be hours. Even 30 minutes can create momentum. When to schedule it? Ideally, early in your day, before the world pulls you in 100 directions. Before you are tired. Before your willpower is spent. The earlier you do your most important work, the lighter and freer your day will feel. Think of it like paying yourself first. Just like saving a little money before spending on anything else, you invest your best attention where it matters most. How to protect it? Treat this block like an unbreakable meeting, but with yourself. Close the door. Silence notifications. Put your phone across the room. Let people know if needed that you are unavailable for that window of time. You might feel guilty at first. You might think, what if someone needs me? But remember, being constantly available to others at the cost of your own priorities serves no one in the long run. Clear, focused time is a gift, not only to yourself, but to everyone who depends on your best work. What if life interrupts anyway? Because it sometimes will. Maybe a family emergency, maybe an urgent call. That's okay. Flexibility is important too, but when possible, treat interruptions like rain hitting a window. Notice it, acknowledge it, but stay inside your focus unless absolutely necessary. Visual example. Imagine you're lighting a small campfire. At first, the flames are fragile. If you leave it exposed, the wind will snuff it out. You have to shield it carefully until it catches and grows strong. Your focused time is the same. At first, it feels delicate, like it could be lost so easily, but if you protect it, it becomes stronger. Your ability to focus becomes more natural, more resilient. Practical tip. If you're struggling to find a block of time, start with the first 30 minutes of your workday, before opening your inbox, before checking social media. Sit down with your one thing, and only your one thing. You'll be amazed at how even a short burst of pure attention changes your day. You'll feel a sense of quiet victory, not because you did everything, but because you did the right thing. Bonus thought, protecting one block of time also reshapes how you see yourself. Every day you honor that commitment, even for just a little while, you're telling yourself, I can trust myself to focus on what matters. Over time, that builds not just better days, but a better, calmer, more intentional life. Let the rest of the day be flexible. Once you've done your one thing, the task that truly matters, something shifts. You've already moved the needle. You've done the work that makes the biggest difference. Now you can breathe. The rest of your day doesn't have to be rigid. It can flow. You can respond to the world without feeling behind. This is one of the most overlooked parts of productivity, the power of relaxed focus. Most people try to power through their entire to-do list with equal intensity. Every task feels urgent. Every moment feels like a sprint. But that approach leads to burnout, not progress. When you start your day with clarity and action, by completing your one thing line, you earn the right to slow down. You've planted your seed. Now you can tend to the rest of your garden with more calm. Think of it like this. Your one thing is the anchor. Once it's set, the ship can move freely, but it won't drift off course. You're still working, still engaged, but not with the same pressure. You can respond to emails, join meetings, handle tasks that are important but not defining. And because you're no longer carrying the weight of that big thing you haven't done yet, your mind feels lighter, more present, less scattered. Example, imagine a cluttered room. There's stuff everywhere. You don't have to clean the whole thing in one go, but if you clear the table in the center, suddenly the room feels more manageable. Doing your one thing is like clearing that table. It gives your day structure even if the rest is still unfolding. A gentle warning, don't fall into the trap of immediately jumping into the next big thing. Productivity isn't about stacking accomplishments back to back all day. It's about moving with purpose and knowing when to pause. Let space into your schedule. A short walk, a mindful coffee, a few minutes with no inputs, no screens, no noise. Let your mind rest, even just a little. This isn't laziness, it's sustainable energy management. Let the rest of your day be human. Some things will go right, some things won't. That's okay. You already honored what mattered most. You already made the day meaningful. We've explored a quiet, powerful habit, the practice of choosing just one thing each day. Start by asking the right question. What truly matters today? Write that answer down. Keep it visible. Protect a block of time to give it your full attention. Then let the rest of the day unfold with more ease, more space, and less pressure. This isn't about doing more. It's about doing what matters and letting that be enough. You don't need a packed schedule to be productive. You need clarity and the courage to focus on less. When you start each day with intention, your work becomes lighter, and slowly your life becomes more aligned. It all begins with one small question, asked quietly, answered honestly. If this helped you slow down and think more clearly, consider subscribing for more simple ways to work and live better. You don't need to overhaul your life, just small, thoughtful steps in the right direction. And if you're ready for the next one, watch another video right here. At Simple Joe, we believe in this. Learn, focus, improve the simple way.